When I first began working with Justin, I knew he was smart. I knew he had a lot to offer. But I was still blown away by how much he provided me when it came to developing my business, developing myself as a business owner, and even my managerial skills. My work with Justin allowed me to get past the minutia of being a small business owner. When you're a small business owner, you're expected to do everything from the day-to-day tasks to maybe even cleaning the toilet to running the website. And it becomes hard to contract these things out, whether it's a time restraint or a financial restraint or anything of that nature. You end up being directly involved in everything. When that's the case, it can be easy to be overwhelmed by all of these things. So having somebody from the outside of my business looking in, listening to the things I was struggling with and helping me find ways to resolve those issues became so essential to giving me clarity on my day-to-day work. Justin gave me so much more than I ever expected. He has a very holistic approach to what he does. He's not looking at just one aspect of your business. He doesn't have a one-size-fits-all approach. He really listens not only to the nature of your business and the demographics that you're serving, as well as whatever elements, whether they're static or dynamic elements that are affecting your business. In addition, he really hears who you are as a person, as a business owner, as a manager, and listens to those things and then adapts strategies accordingly. So what you're working with is actually something that's highly functional for you, for your business. My biggest issue when I started working with Justin was simply just being overwhelmed by everything I needed to do in order to achieve my goals. Justin helped me break those things down into smaller, attainable goals and identify effective methods. Essentially, this gave me a feeling of control when you're concerned that you're not achieving things at the rate you'd like, or maybe you're not achieving them with the clarity you want, or you're simply not seeing the business build fully the way you thought it would, because maybe it's getting a little bigger on this side first than another. He helped me figure out the ways, the approaches that needed to happen in order to effectively achieve the dream that I had sought for myself. Moreover, he gave me a sense of confidence as an individual. I realized I had skill sets that I had not previously articulated that made me feel more confident in what I was doing in my field. And that went a long way, I think, into helping me believe in what I was doing. If there's anyone who's not sure if they want to work with Justin, if this is the right approach for them, I think as business owners, it's easy to decide, oh, you're going to spend a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. I'm going to try this approach and that approach and see what works. And sometimes those things, you may see a really direct result, or you believe there'll be a direct result, which is why you're willing to spend the money. So spend the money on this. Spend the time on this. Working with Justin, getting Justin's advice, getting Justin's information, getting his knowledge, his experience. Try it just once, twice. See if it's going to work for you. I'm confident you're going to be surprised at what he's going to bring to the table and offer you. And he'll hold you accountable, and he'll hold himself accountable to making these things work, to finding the right and best efforts for you and for your business and for your industry. He will work just as hard as you will to make that happen. So give him an opportunity, give him a chance. You're going to be surprised at what he provides for your business as well as for you personally. The growth I felt as an individual, as a learner, as an owner, as a manager, as a web designer, as a marketing person, as a salesperson, all of these elements, he provided benefits within all of those categories and more. And I found myself able to really enjoy what I was doing rather than being bogged down by the stress of what I was doing. Again, that control. He gave me a sense of control. I was not going this way and that way and unfocused in my efforts. I became very focused, and I was able to see the return on my investment with my time with him, my investment in my marketing tactics, in my sales tactics, and it made all the difference in the world. I have no doubt he can do that for you too.